Hi guys, it's Kevin here in balmy Fort Lauderdale, Florida, here to talk to you about the issue of RV security. Now, we've all spent a significant amount of money and time acquiring an RV and doing RV travel. And it's just as important to strive to protect those assets. So whether you're traveling overnight point to point or doing multiple days on vacation, it's important to realize the risk you have traveling with your RV. So in this course, we're going to talk about the mental preparedness, how to identify the vulnerabilities on your RV for possible break-ins and theft, how to physically prepare to guard against those, and things to consider in the future to avoid becoming a victim. So let's get started. New RVers are naturally in a state of euphoria about their new purchase, and they aren't really thinking through all the potential risks down the road. This is where mental preparation comes into play, like you'd use when you plan out a trip. Especially when it comes to insurance. You want to make sure you're covered for all the things you're traveling with, including things like e-bikes, which are very popular now. For full-time RVers, they need to look at getting full-time RVer insurance to make sure they're covered for both their RV, their personal belongings, and personal liability they may encounter while on the road. This is a great point to stop off here and begin to take a look at the physical points of vulnerability on your motor coach. So let's get started. Let's start off here with entry door security. The entry door has two locks on it. A lower lock for the handle and an upper lock for the deadbolt, which is good news and bad news. The good news is with the deadbolt, there are very few combinations of this key out there, and they have double security if you lock both locks. The bad news comes in on the lower lock, that if you only lock the standard lock on the bottom, basically 1 in 20 RVs has the exact same key. So you can walk around an area that has numerous Integras or Newmars and find your key fits other ones as well. So it's best to lock both locks to fully engage the locks on the door. Now the entry door, if the locks are locked, to pry open the door will cause a significant effort and significant damage to get it open. So I wouldn't worry about someone prying open the door. They may try, but they won't get it open. Moving back from that is the keypad. The keypad controls the lock on the lower door lock here. The keypad also has two different combinations, a personal combination and an admin combination. The personal one you set if you acquire the coach. The admin is set from the factory, and they're all the same. If you get to update the admin code, anyone who knows the admin code can come over and key it in and open your lower door. So it's best to remember to update both the admin and both the standard code to enter your RV. Now, in the event you have a total power failure where the keypad doesn't work, your key will also open it up, as well as your key fob will open that lower lock. So remember, you have several ways of getting in the event that the power fails. Let's move on to the next point. The next point is windows. Some of your windows are actually fixed and will not open up. These are all double pane glass, and they're actually pressed in with a frame on the inside. So the window's inserted, the frame's inserted on the inside, and it's screwed together. So there's really no way other than breaking this double pane glass window they're going to get into this window. Let's step back here to the next window, which is one of the ones that actually swing out. These windows are also double pane, but as you notice on the bottom, it has two arms that extend the window out to allow ventilation. That's the good news. The bad news is it's only held on in two locations, front and rear, with small pieces of sticky tape. So if you just stick a screwdriver up there, small pry bar, and pry it off, it's going to snap off without even breaking the glass. And from that point, you can lift the glass all the way up, push the screen in, and enter the window through some type of device you had to stand on, such as a ladder, a car hood, etc. So not real secure. Let's take a look at the emergency exit window for another example. On the emergency exit window, which is found in the back of the coach adjacent to the bed, these windows are designed to come all the way out to enable an emergency evacuation in the event of a fire or an accident. As you notice, there's simply a bar that inserts into a hole, and the window is meant to swing all the way open so that someone can open the screen and actually exit the window. This makes it really vulnerable for someone to get in. There's no additional effort needed besides forcing the bar out. It's on there with very weak hardware, so very easy to break the window, lift the window up, and again, the glass will come right out and you can enter through using something to stand on. So again, the emergency exit window is a very vulnerable point to enter the coach if you're trying to illegally break in. Another point which RVers frequently leave intentionally unlocked in the event that they lock themselves out is the driver's side window, also known as the tow window. If it's left unlocked, it's a matter of simply putting your hand on the glass and sliding it all the way forward and pushing the screen in. From there, it's an easy climb using the wheel to step up and get on the seat. For a guy medium size, it's very easy, and you can also they can exit right through the front door. So although it's nice to leave that window unlocked, I wouldn't if you're going to be gone from the RV for a period of time, and be cautious to have an extra set of keys somewhere else to enter the RV. The next topic is bay doors. In some coaches, there's an electronic control on the dash panel, allows you to lock all the doors on the outside of the RV to prevent forgetting one while you're underway. You wouldn't want to be traveling along the freeway and look in your rearview mirror and see a door flapping open and your personal items falling out on the freeway. Not good. We also wouldn't want to be leaving your RV at the campground and taking off in the evening to go to dinner and come back and find your doors opened up and all your stuff cleaned out. So one of the things I always do, whether I'm getting ready for a trip or I'm locking up for the night, is walk along the RV and reach down and grab each handle individually, give a quick tug, and look for one that might have been left open. Oh, there we go. And so I'll use my standard door key, lock that, I know we're secure. Because you can store an immense amount of material in the bottom, and you don't want to leave and find it all gone, including your grill, your lawn chairs, any kind of other traveling equipment you might be traveling with. Let's move on to the next item. One of the points of entry that's not as obvious is the roof. Immediately, everyone thinks of dropping in through one of the ceiling fans, which are simply a 9x9 opening. You can barely get your head through, plus you got to remove the fan and the fan blade. Not very easy at all. But better yet is the skylight in the shower. The skylight is much bigger, has an easy flange on the edge, which is covered in self-leveling caulk, which can be removed and allow you to drop right into the shower. Once they come in and pillage your RV, they can exit through the front door and avoid that horrible climb back up out of the shower. Let's take a look upstairs and see how easy it is to remove. Around the bathroom skylight flange, you've got black self-leveling caulk that's on there. It always stays very pliable and very easily can come right off with a plastic putty knife. So once you scoop that off, it'll expose 9 Phillips head screws around there. They can be taken off, the skylight is lifted off, and you have an easy drop right into the shower. As one of the security measures, you want to make sure to either secure your trailer or you're towed. Trailering, you might be trailering a boat, a storage trailer, or a motorcycle trailer. You want to make sure that hitch is secure on the ball at night with some kind of lock that you got a key to. Then relative to a towed, you want to do a couple of things to secure that the towed is not taken during the night. So as we mentioned earlier, take and cover the belongings inside with some kind of sheet or towel so no one can identify what's actually inside the vehicle. Then we want to take off all the things that might disappear during the night, easy catches for parts and things. And thirdly, we're going to pull the towed up on the hitch to make sure it locks securely, and these cannot be easily taken off. So let's start with removables. We'll start off with the airline. Yeah, we'll start the airline. And remove both sets of the airline here and on the coach. And we'll take away the breakaway switch, which activates the brakes if the vehicle comes disconnected. Thirdly, we'll take off the power connection cable that provides the turn signals, braking, etc. And in this particular vehicle, normally you'd remove the safety chains or safety cables, but they're heavily secured on the coach end, so we won't be able to remove those off of here, and either with anybody else for that matter. So then to make sure that these pins cannot be pulled out and taken during the night, or even the tow bar removed, a couple things here. First of all, these are heavily secured up here, so you can't remove this expensive tow bar out and this be stolen during the night. And then you don't want to take the pins or the receiver clips, either one. So to make sure this is on here extremely hard, we're going to actually start the vehicle up, and we're going to pull up on this to put pressure so these can't be pulled out. I'm going to have Brian step in the cab, back the Jeep up, and then pull it forward with the bars unlocked so we can bind both the pins in the front. Back. Forward. Okay. Okay. Cut. So at this point, there's enough pressure here bound between the bar and the front of the Jeep that the pins cannot be removed or stolen during the night. Within four-wheel drive, even if they were to get it off, they can't pull up, pick it through up and tow it up because the wheels are locked in the front. So the tow is then secured for the evening. As an option, you can actually buy the locking pin sets for here and up front to lock it in place so it can't be removed. As one added item, as we spoke about trailers earlier, it might behoove you to actually get a trailer tire boot you can put on the trailer, so even if they disconnect it by cutting the lock off, the trailer cannot roll with a trailer tire boot on it. So that's the ultimate level of protection on a trailer. To put a wrap on our session today about RV security, we're going to recap on the fact we talked about how to mentally prepare for the risks that you present to your RV when you have it parked overnight or for multiple days. Secondly, how to identify the vulnerabilities on your RV that present an opportunity for others. And thirdly, what physical barriers to put into place so that no one penetrates your RV while you're gone. And finally, to make sure when we park our tote or trailer overnight, it's still there in the morning. So until next time, stop in at the E3 RVing website, check out some more advanced courses we have out there, and I'll see you on the next time around.